see if I can grab the scoreboard here.
I think we got to reestablish.
That's strike one. Inning one, no outs. That's strike two.
We had no internet, that's why.
2 pitches. Well, that's why I don't know why I wasn't getting any either. But
No, earlier it was working for them. We're going to try it on yours again.
that's strike three. That's one out.
Good. What is it? Good morning, good afternoon, good night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We got internet. Start streaming. Oh, we are going. All right. We should be going.
Yeah, we have one out in the top of the first. Jackson just threw his first ball of the evening. So ball one.
Testing. Okay. Yeah, just talk right into that.
So the wind up, and it's a 2-0 pitch, so 2 balls. Jackson started out throwing 3 straight strikes and now 2 straight balls. So it's a 2-0 count. And he comes by and gets a strike. So the count is now 2-1. His battery mate catching for him tonight is Wyatt Wilson. As he throws ball 3, it's 3-1. The lefty.
I'm going to let you put this on for me so you can really hear.
What you're saying? Is that why?
You can totally hear it well. So it's pretty cool. Eventually we'll have 2 headphones and 2 mics.
Jackson gave up a ball there, so that is ball 4.
That would be the first base runner of the night.
So Jackson will be able to go from the stretch, though, so we can see him from there.
And for those that have just joined us, we've just joined us too. We just got this going, but we are at Memorial Ashford Little League at West Houston Thunder home fields for the 3rd game of the varsity season, the early young varsity season. And beautiful weather tonight. Couldn't ask for better. Got a little breeze out there. The American flag is blowing out. So when Jackson swings for the fence, he's going to have to swing a little harder. Throw back to first to keep him honest. So who are we playing here, Doug? We got the Mustangs, right?
The Mustangs, which I think some of them hail from the north side of the Houston area,
Town.
maybe Conroe area. Jackson is throwing to his 3rd batter. He struck out his first one. He's walked the second, and number 3's on here. And the count is 1-2 to the number 3 batter. And I see that he threw strike 3 right there, so that is 2 outs. And let me clear the scoreboard here for us and make sure we get 2.
We are in the top of the first. We have 2 outs with the runner on first. And Jackson has mowed down both outs. Looking confident up there.
He looks good, but number 4 batter coming to the plate. And he's something a right-handed hitter and left-handed pitching Jackson on the mound. So he takes his first throw over to first base. Runner gets back in time, and he is got the signal from his catcher, release, and throws ball 1 to batter number 4.
We're going to do a quick rundown of the lineup as far as in the field. We've got at 3rd base Seth Tincopa tonight. Looks like, let me just run it down the batting order. Leading off, we've got Seth Thompson in left field tonight. Second batter is William Ennis in center field. And we got Lucas Lavender in right field. Batting cleanup is Jackson Cavazos, and we had a stolen base at second. Didn't get him there. So Jackson Cavazos, the pitcher, is our cleanup hitter. Batting 5th is Andrew Moore at shortstop. And batting 6th is Caleb Gilson at second base. followed by Wyatt Wilson at catcher. Then we've got Jake Colburn at DH tonight. And then the final batter of the order is third baseman Seth Tincopa.
So Jackson on his fourth pitch here. Through a strike, the batter nubbed it down to the first base line, and Jackson was able to field it and throw to first for the third out of the inning. So, the end of the inning, there were 4 up. There was no hits, no errors, no runs, a man left on base, and the score at the end of the first half inning is the Mustangs 0 and Thunder coming to bat. I'm going to clear the scoreboard. Fortunately, tonight we don't have the Mustangs team name or the names of each of the players and their numbers. But if that is been able to be made available to us, we will see if we can get that done as well. But
A little lacking there tonight.
we'll do that as we can.
But we can call them by jersey numbers, I guess.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. There's a right-hander on the mound this evening for the Mustangs. And his battery mate here, I don't quite be able to make out his number, but the pitcher's number is number 24. And he's getting his warm-up pitches in, and umpires are getting everybody in spots. And leadoff batter is in the batter's box. Again, we're just getting started with the top or the bottom of the first. Our score is still 0-0 with the Thunder coming to bat. So what should I hear with this? I mean, I just feel like I'm muffled. Is that right? That's what I'm hearing?
You can hear yourself.
Yeah. But it kind of drowns out everything else. Is that what it kind of supposed to do?
Yeah. This is called a dynamic mic, so it's only getting the sound of right here, which is nice if we're out in the wind and stuff. But what we are hearing should be the same thing anybody else would hear.
Okay, so that's what they're hearing out there. Okay. All right, so the Mustangs have just thrown have their warm-up pitches out of the way and just threw it down to second base. And the pitcher is getting ready to throw his first pitch. Again, number 24 is on the mound. He's a right-hander, and he's going to be throwing his first pitch to leadoff hitter for Thunder, Seth Thompson. Seth Thompson hits from the right side, and umpire tells pitcher to go ahead with the first pitch. And number 24 pitcher does throw a strike right away, so the count is 0-1.
Seth Thompson, who is the son of my partner right here beside me, he has a style of getting right on top of the plate, which I think confuses and frustrates the pitchers a lot. It also gets him on base a lot with hit by pitch. In fact, last night he took a pretty high velocity fastball off his leg, didn't he?
He's still got a bruise to show it too, so he's wearing it well today.
Ooh, I think
and speaking of that, he did take his hit there as well. He got hit in the looked like the elbow, and so he's leading off over at first base on the third pitch there. Let me clear the scoreboard here. We're doing double duty here. We're not only trying to announce, but we are trying to keep track of the score and the scoreboard as well. So Seth Thompson's leading. He's got a good-sized lead over there. They throw at him, and he is safe. He dives in. So he is getting the pitcher's attention at this time over there at first base. Let's see. Mr. Ennis, it looks like, is at the plate at this time. And the runner takes off, and he's in there. Looks like he's safe at second base. Seth Thompson with a stolen base.
Stole that one pretty easily. As
And I have a ball on that one. So it's 1 ball, 0 strikes as we go to pitch number 2 here. And I might be wrong. We may be at 2 strikes rather than 1 ball. My bad. Let me see what I got. I think he did show 2. No, 1-1. Okay. I'm getting it. There we go. 1-1. Man on second base. And William Ennis takes a swing at that one for strike 2. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thompson on second base. Have a walking lead over there. And there is no outs at this time. And pitcher shows a little move to second base. We call that the wheel move. Just trying to make sure that we're not running on first pitch or first move. So Ennis at the plate, hitting from the right side. And the pitch, and he takes a cut. And he does not make contact on that one. So that is out number 1.
Down swinging.
Who's this? Lucas up?
Lucas Lavender.
Lucas Lavender at the plate. He hits him from the right side. Still a man on second base.
Takes a off-speed pitch, I think. He watched that one float right in, didn't he?
He's trying to get some timing in, it looks like.
Good to see what he's got.
Oh, so pitcher throws a curveball in the dirt, but Lavender takes a slash at it, so he misses. It's 0-2 at this time. So we got 0-2 count, got a man on third. Thompson took third base as the ball was in the dirt and was unplayable by the catcher. Thompson slides down the baseline a little bit there. So the count is 1-2 to Lavender with a man on third base. And here comes the pitch and takes a good cut, but fouls it straight back. Lavender has number 45 for those people who are scoring at home. And he steps back in after the foul ball there. Thompson gets a lead at third base. Outfield is playing pretty much straight up for Lavender, number 3 hitter. And he gets a take there. So that is 2 balls. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out, get a man at third base. Right-handed pitching number 24 is in this set position and releases, and ball's a little bit low. Catcher stops the ball, so there's no advancement. So that fills up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. And Lavender takes a hard swing to the third baseman.
He hesitates. Did he beat it out?
And the third baseman does make the throw over to first in time to get out number 2.
We're in a press box where, from my seat, I can't see the first baseman, so I was a little disadvantaged there.
Yeah, I didn't see the actual out at first. I watched the umpire, though, and he did show the out sign, and with bases are cleared, so we're going to go with that. And I'm going to mark 1 run for the home team. We'll put 1 on the board there in the first inning, so 1-0. And looks like Jackson is coming to the plate. Jackson swings from the right side. He did take a swing, I believe, that first time. So that's 2 strikes, if I'm looking at that correctly. 0 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson at the plate. He's a right-hander, and the pitching delivers high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackson steps back into the plate. He gets his sign from his third base coach. The bases are empty, so probably not many signs right now, but he's going to be looking, and here comes the pitch. And he takes ball 2. That evens up the count at 2-2. Should be a good hitter's pitch coming this way. And again, pitcher looks in, gets his signal, and he's ready to. Okay, that's a problem because now I'm hearing my echo with this baby.
That's me. I'll stop this.
That's okay. Okay, we've got a full count now.
This proves that it's
You think it's working? Okay. 3-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Jackson takes a cut at it. It looks like it's fouled straight back, and we'll go at it again at the same place at 3-2. Jackson clicks off his cleats a little bit there, cleans them up with his bat.
Okay.
He gets back in the batter's box, gets set, and he is eyeing up this pitch.
should be fine now.
Jackson hits it hard out to right field, and the ball goes pretty deep out there, just in front of the fence, and the right fielder does collect it. So that makes 3 outs.
Gave it a ride though. Well, we have an audience online now of, for sure, 1, maybe 2. My daughter Emily. Little shout out to Emily Moore up in Hempstead.
Emily Moore.
Just got a text that she can hear the live stream. So
Glad to have you, Emily. We are jumping into inning 2 with Thunder on top. Thunder scored 1 in the bottom of the first. No hits, no errors, but there was a walk, stolen base, a passed ball, and an RBI ground out to third base to collect the first run. So Thunder does take the lead, 1-0, and as we head into inning number 2.
Matthew, is it working? Emily's got it working. Are you? I just need to.
What a beautiful evening this night. It's not a starry night by any means, but
Emily's saying she
we are having a nice evening. It's a still evening.
No, I gotta hang up. You're gonna text me and tell me what's going on. Okay? Bye.
I do see the flag moving a little bit. It's going straight out, but it's not a heavy wind by any means, and it is very, very still evening. Good night for baseball, though, of course, a little bit
Thanks for the shout out from
cool.
Emily.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. We aim to serve here up in the press box, the mall, home of all Thunder games. And
It's the kind of mall I like to hang out in, actually.
that is the West Houston Thunder Baseball Association, actually, right here. And Thunder pitcher tonight is Jackson. He's on the mound. He delivers the first pitch for inning 2. It's a ball a little bit inside, but he's ready for windup and pitch number 2, which is ball 2.
TK, when you got a minute, can you come up here? We're streaming live. I want you to see if you can hear it on your phone.
Jackson delivers for pitch 3. It is ball 3. 3-0, but we'll see if he works back in this. He had great control in that first inning, and struggling just a little bit right now. He's got a man on first right now. That was ball 4.
Needs to reset, and he will.
We'll get him to the stretch here. Gets a chance to get in a little different pitching form here, and see if that can kind of put him back in the zone. And that one's right down the hill. There we go. So we get a strike 1 on batter number 2. Do have a man on first base. Infield is playing double play depth. And batter shows bunt. And Umpire says he did offer, so that gets us ball or strike 2. So our count is at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Man on first. Jackson looks in, delivers, and foul ball. Keeps the count at 0 balls and 2 strikes. This batter. Batter hits from the right-hand side, down in the count 0-2. So Jackson has some areas where you can work with this guy, and that is a nice outside corner at the knees for strike 3. Puts an out on the scoreboard as well. So again, infield is double play depth. Second baseman and shortstop, that means they're in just a little bit and towards second base. And third baseman steps in just a little bit. So we got a first ball strike to this batter.
I got to give a second shout out to our second listener online, which is my son Matthew Moore. He's sitting in a car in the parking lot doing his homework right now. What a dedicated student.
Love that.
He's saying he can hear us loud and clear on the audio. So Matt, you and your sister Emily are the very first 2 ever listeners of the Thunder broadcast.
Hey, audience out there. Thanks for being there with us. We got a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackson delivers the next. And he gets the corner again at the knees for strike 3. Which puts 2 outs on the board out there as well. So let me clear off the balls and the strikes here. Again, Jackson looks in, gets a signal, and he's looking over to first base, keeping that man close. Ball number 1 for this batter. Still working with some of the technical portions up here in the booth, and let us know. And there's a strike.
30-second delay.
30. Okay, we have at the plate a 1-1 count. Jackson getting ready to deliver, and there it is. Strike. Umpire calls. So we're now at 1 ball, 2 strikes, and man on first base. So let's see the delivery here. Jackson tried to stay on that outside corner, just missed by a little bit. But it was close. It's a 2-2 count, and we'll see if Jackson decides he's going to come right after him. And he does. Wyatt dropped it just slightly, but then was able to handle it again and tag the runner, or tag the batter, which creates out number 3. So we have 4 up, I guess, and 3 down. We left a man stranded at first base due to a walk. There were no hits, there were no errors, and there were no runs. So as we head into the bottom of 2, we still have the score of 0-1. Thunder coming to the plate, and Mr. Bryan here will be soon telling you who the lineup is.
So you can go get a drink of water.
Here, you try this if you want.
Okay.
So here. We do have a new pitcher, by the way.
All right. We're in transition into the, what we got, bottom of the second coming up. Bottom of 2. Looks like our batting order is going to be, leading off will be Drew Moore, followed by Caleb Gilson and Wyatt Wilson. And they do have a new pitcher on the mound. We don't have the lineup, so he's number 34. Looks like he's pumping some good strikes in there during the warm-up.
speed, Thomas? What's the speed? 65.
65 miles an hour in the warm-up from this right-handed power pitcher, number 34.
Bring it. I liked how Wyatt was throwing the ball down on the.
I do too. I do.
Yeah, it made a good play. Had a chance on the steal when they tried to steal as well. So. Drew Moore coming to the plate, I believe. He's got those yellow batting gloves. Kind of stick with. They're gold, I guess. Gold.
They are leather garden gloves. Would you believe it?
Well, they work on a night that's 30 degrees. So.
Yeah. He picked that that equipment tip up from his summer league ball. He played with some guys, and I know this. They will not rip near as quickly as the other batting gloves. So. All right, we are underway here in the bottom of the second. The pitch is high, and we are at.
I think are we 1-1 or maybe it's 2. 2-0.
I think we're 2-0.
Yeah.
No runners on. Leadoff batter Drew Moore, and the pitch is inside for a ball. 3-0. We'll see if he's taken or got the green light here. Bottom of second. Thunder up 1-0 so far versus the Mustangs. And we have ball 4. 4 straight pitches. We have a base runner on. All right. We're seeing Mr. Caleb Gilson here stepping in, getting the signs. Can you slide that way just a little so I can? Oh, yeah. Almost see first base from the press box now. Okay, first pitch is the ball low. Couldn't be a nicer night, really, especially compared to the weather that we had over the weekend. Really cool, crisp, and feels good to be outside. Oh. Man. All right, sorry. That was a absolutely roped line drive by Gilson to the third baseman, who made a really nice play. Had to jump for it, came down with it, and Drew made it back to first. He was, I think, stealing on the play there.
He was moving.
I'm learning how to capture all the action in with my words. Makes me appreciate the guys on the radio. Okay, base. Okay, Drew is stealing, and we've got a ball hit deep to left and over the left fielder's head. Drew is rounding third, and he's trying for home. And he is going to be in safe standing up, and we've got a play at third, and he is out. Got a little aggressive there, but it's okay. Wyatt really hit that ball well. Thought the left fielder might have had a shot at it, but he got over his head, and so Wyatt drives in the second run of the night. We got new score 2-0 Thunder. Okay, up to the plate now, I believe, is Jake Coburn. He's our DH tonight. First pitch is a ball outside. Just got a little break in the action. They had to retrieve a foul ball. All right, 1 ball, no strikes, and we have 2 outs with nobody on base. And we got a fly ball to right center field, drifting, and we did not get a catch out there. The right fielder made a good effort. He fell, and it hit the ground off his glove. So probably be ruled an error on that play, I would say.
Yes, we don't have that capability on the scoreboard to do that, but yes, I think he was.
But for people like Emily, who's probably keeping score at home, you can mark that as an error. All right, so now we've got
We got Seth Tincopa.
Seth
at the plate.
Tincopa, number 48, with the hoodie hanging out the back of the jersey. You can tell we're playing ball in February in Texas.
I like that, though. Seth took a nice cut at that first pitch. He was looking strike, and he wanted that pitch. It went straight back, so he didn't miss it by much.
No,
he looked like he's going to be...
He was balanced on that. Gotta give some props to Seth. Boy, he made an incredible catch last night's game in left field, diving laid out in left field to save a key run. Okay, so we are at 1-1, and the prior pitch was a steal. We had the runner stole second uncontested. So runner on second, 2 outs, 1-1. Here comes the pitch. And he took that one right down the middle for a strike. And so 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tincopa.
Little cat and mouse game out there at shortstop and second base there. It's kind of fun.
Okay. Hanging. He fouled that one back to stay alive.
So the count sticks at 1-2. Again, 2 outs, man on second base. We got Jacob down there at second base, and Seth Tincopa. He's the 9th batter on for us this evening. He's at the plate. He does take a ball there. That ball was in the dirt, so that allowed Jacob to go right down to third base. So the Thunder now have a man on third base. If the count is, I believe, 2-2 yet. And Tincopa steps back into the plate, or back into the batter's box.
Pass ball could score a run here. Oh. So he goes down swinging. A little bit outside, but protecting that plate. Good swing, though. That ends the second inning. We now have 2 innings under the belt here. Thunder 2 and the Mustangs 0.
Yeah, this is a good time to maybe go pop some popcorn, put it in the microwave, whatever you need to do at this time.
Emily, don't forget to take Toto out and just take care of the puppy at home.
Yeah, so Thunder takes the field as the Mustangs come on in, and they prepare at the plate here. So they're pretty much have come around in their order. They may be at batter number 9 as we begin, and then they'll have gone through their order. So they'll be at the second time up for each of those batters as well. Had some changes in the outfield at this time. Looks like Jackson is done pitching for the evening. He got 2 innings in. We don't have the actual scoreboard in front, but I know he had a couple of strikeouts, a couple of walks. He didn't give up any hits and no runs. So that was a good outing. And looks like the pitching duties are being shared this evening through a few of the staff. Last night, Lavender pitched, Lucas, and he pitched well. He started the game over at Fort Bend Christian, and then James Koch came in, and he pitched the last 4. So they had an extra inning game last night. It was an 8-inning game. There wasn't many runs put on the board between the two teams. There was two runs total. So each team had a run, and they decided to call the game. I know in baseball we don't have ties, but it was getting late last night, and the referees, I think, wanted to go home. So it ended up 1-1, and that was a pretty good outing for our team, though. Didn't get the W, but did play well, and didn't get an L either. So good on the Thunder Varsity last night for having a good outing. And then, of course, coming back 24 hours, it's not always easy to do that. Some of the muscles might be a little bit sore. But as we get into inning number 3 here, we have a new pitcher on the mound, number 16, Seth Thompson. He'll be delivering again to Wyatt Wilson. Seth Thompson begins with strike one in the outside corner. And we have, looks like a batter, a right-handed batter up there. He takes ball two, or ball on the second pitch. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And batter steps out for just a moment. Umpire flashes again 1-1. And Thompson gathers himself and delivers ball 2. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, this is the first batter of the inning. No one's on base, and Thompson throws for strike 2, hitting the outside corner, and the count now is 2-2. So batter looks down at the third base coach, gets his signal, steps in. Thompson delivers. Strike 3. Swinging. He got a strike, a little bit of an inside, maybe cutter that came in on him a little bit. Have a special guest in the booth tonight as well. We got Thomas Koch kind of hanging out with us. TK, a graduate, and he's a former Thunder from last year as well. So we're glad to have him in here as well. So thank you, TK, for joining us. Batter number 2 for Thompson. He delivers and throws strike 1. To the batter who's at the plate at this time. Strike 2 for Thompson, who stays on the outside corner and nibbles on it a little bit there. And he's ahead in the count 0-2. So we'll see as the batter steps in if he's going to come right at him or if he's going to throw something a little bit different. He throws a strike right down, and batter took a swing at it, did get a piece of it. Wyatt had it in his glove, but it kind of tickled out a little bit. So we'll keep the count at 0-2, and we'll see where we go from here. Again, batter steps in. There's the pitch, and throws the ball out, and the ball's hit to right field, and it's caught out there by Jackson. So I believe that's out 2. Is that correct, TK? Is that what you're tracking with me as well? So out 2, we'll put that on the scoreboard. And Thompson just seems to want to come with his fastball at this time. So he's doing that. He's throwing strikes, so we'll see what he can do with the lefty at the plate right now. He brings a little high fastball there for strike 1. You can see the number of this batter. This batter is number 24. Since his back is to us, you can easily tell that because he's left-hander, the back is to us, we can see the number. So Wyatt gives the signal to Thompson. Thompson delivers, and it's a fastball that outside, which evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, left-hander number 24 steps into the batter's box. And Thompson delivers, and he gets a fly ball to the infield. It looks like Drew is underneath it. He makes the catch, and that makes out number 3. So out number 3 with no damage, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base this inning. Yeah, nobody this time. So that's a little bit different. First inning of that. But we are in the 3rd inning. We're going to go down to the bottom of that inning. So the Thunder, that means, will be coming to the plate. And we'll see if they've turned their lineup over. I believe they're going to start with the top of the order this inning as well. And then the Mustangs, of course, will be in the field. Same pitcher on the mound, I believe, is number 34. And it's hard to tell if they've had any different changes in the outfield as well. But they're going to do their warm-up tosses, and we're going to give you a little break. So if you need to get a little water, this is a good time for it.
What we can do whenever we want, Doug.
Got some music?
I mean, eventually, yeah. I think the only thing is I know with YouTube, like if you try to put any music on, it'll yeah. But if I can hit mute here and it'll just mute, you know. Testing. All right, we are back live. We have 2 microphones going now, so we're dangerous. We can hand one over to TK and let him give a little play-by-play, and we'll just mix it up a little bit more now. So as long as this is turning green, Doug, you're getting good audio.
Well, that's fun. That's exciting. We get to have a little conversation that way, and it's just a great place to be out at the ballpark, you know. And as we spoke earlier, and Brian spoke earlier, it's just a beautiful evening this night. You know, a little nippy, a little chilly, but for the most part, it's a good night to be out here. And it's a good night to be in the booth too, because we are protected by the wind here, and I'm not too cold, Mr. Brian. How are you?
I feel pretty good. I brought my little space heater tonight, but I left it out in the car. Now my wife in the stands might really like it right now.
Okay, so we're coming to the plate.
Even Coach Booth in the stands looks like he's shivering a bit, but
right-hander, right-hander at the play or at the mound, and in
same result as the first at bat, hit by pitch.
First pitch, but this one just took for one pitch this time. Yeah. So number 16 Thompson jogs down to first base. He looks a little disappointed, but you know what? He looks like he's okay down there, and
I'm going to make a prediction.
To get a lead.
We're going to have to keep an eye on his hit-by-pitch stats with Seth Thompson this season. He might be pushing Biggio for – I think Biggio is the MLB all-time most hit-by-pitches.
Well, he got a good jump. Catcher did a nice throw down there from the knees, it looked like. And he got it down there quick, but Thompson stands up at second base.
Yeah, he stole that one pretty easily. Thompson's got a really uncanny way of reading things on the base pass. He's really heads up. Really like watching him run the bases, and he'll take that extra base in a heartbeat. We got a pass ball, and Thompson easily scoots over to third.
So William Ennis is on the at the plate right now. He's stepping out right now as the catcher retrieves the ball from the backstop. There was no play over at second base. Gets the ball back to the pitcher. So we have Thompson at third base, but Ennis is ready to swing here. It's a 2-0 count. We call this a hitter's pitch, and we'll take a look and see what William does with this one. And the ball's on the way. He squares to turn.
Oh, we got a
square.
pass
we got
ball,
to
play
at
it
the plate.
home,
and Thompson
is
in there.
Sorry, we kind of both hesitated because it really wasn't a play, but Thompson didn't slide, and the ball was thrown at him more than at the pitcher trying to cover. So I think he's got a magnet in him. Those balls just keep coming at him.
Made it a little closer play than probably it needed to be, but, he scored, which plates a run for the Thunder. Let me make sure we get 3 runs there.
Yep.
And I'm going to clear the balls and strikes here because Ennis takes ball 4, and he hustles down to first base. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get a decent lead. He's probably one of the fastest players on the team, and he may look to get a lead and see what he can do on a steal.
Yep. I would not bet against him stealing on this at bat here. So stepping into the box now is Lucas Lavender. Again, we have no outs, runner on first, bottom of third. First pitch is a ball, down low. Thing I've noticed about Lucas Lavender when he gets in the box, especially when he doesn't have 2 strikes. He swings like there's no tomorrow, which I like. Aggressive. Oh, that pitch was called a strike looking, and we have a stolen base second. William Ennis got a great jump and really was there early.
No.
Oh, we got a little.
William.
We got a over aggression there. So what happened was the ball was thrown back to the pitcher. He kind of dropped it. It scooted off to the side, and William Ennis thought he could sneak a stolen third base in, and they picked him off pretty easy. So that erases our runner in scoring position. We're back to 1 out, no runners on now with Lavender at a 1-1 count. All right, that ball was taken high for a ball, 2-1. Okay, now we have a 3-1 count. That ball was not close, so should be a hitter's count all the way. All right, we had a fly out there to center field and for the second out of the inning. So we're looking at big Jackson Cavazos coming to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. And let's see if he can generate some offense here. First pitch is low for a ball.
Yeah, just missed outside. Looks like the pitcher's trying to hit the corners a little bit here. I think Jackson is going to be ready for this one. It's a good hitter's pitch, 1-0 count. And he takes a good whack at that one, but it is foul.
Kind of fought it off the fist a bit.
Yep, foul off and down the right field line, out of play. So the first baseman did not have a play on it, or the right fielder.
And just for a little side commentary, when we have a foul ball that shoots over, you can pretty much count on about 6 or 8 of the younger Thunder boys just sprinting to see who can get to it first. Sadly, there's no concession stand to get a free snow cone. They just love to retrieve the balls.
So that was ball 2. We have a count of 2-1. That was actually a ball that was. See, it looked like it kind of buzzed the tower a little bit.
Yeah.
And no one's on base, so no one was able to advance, but it did go back to the screen.
Oh. Got a nice line
Jackson
drive.
hits a line drive into the gap, but looks like it could be. Nope, the right fielder makes a nice play to cut it off to hold him to a single.
He saved a base. He saved an extra base there,
But Jackson, that was a line drive coming off his bat. It got it quickly over the second baseman's head, and he's over there at first base.
That's an example of it was really a simple swing. He didn't try to overswing. He just went where the pitch was and drove it really nicely. So we got a little action here with 2 outs. So Drew Moore is up to the plate now with 2 outs, and the first pitch is high. He takes.
Yeah, Drew steps to the plate the second time tonight. I believe first time he walked down to first base, and so he's looking for a strike here. We'd like him to see a strike and see what he can do with the plate.
Put those garden gloves to work, those leather garden gloves.
He takes ball 2. That was up a little bit high. A 2-0 count coming at him, so he will be thinking strike here. And Jackson will be off on the hit as there's 2 outs as well. So pitcher glances over to first base to check Jackson. And here comes the swing. And there's a shot up the between third base and shortstop. So Drew Moore with a base hit down at first base. Jackson is at second base, advances to second.
Just 2 outs. Playing station to station baseball right now. Keep them moving, advance the base. But that was a ball that just got right through the hole.
Mm-hmm. Caleb Gilson walks to the plate. He smashed the ball in the first inning.
Yes, he did.
To the third baseman. So this time he takes ball 1 on the first pitch. Again, we have Jackson over at second and Drew at first. And Caleb digging in there at the plate. He's ready. Ball 2, 2-0 pitch here. He's Caleb's looking down at the third base coach, getting his signal. Pitcher looks into the catcher for his signal. And pitcher is ready. He delivers, and it's a strike down the middle, and we got a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop throws it to first base, and just in time to get Caleb for out number 3.
And that ends the third inning. We're going to take a little break. We'll pick the action back up here at the top of the 4th.
Oh, okay.
We're unmuted.
All right, we are at the top of the 4th inning, and the Mustangs are at the mound or at the plate. So their first batter is there. Thompson is back on the mound for his second inning, and he delivers strike 1. And on his second delivery here, mixed it up a little bit, looked a little off speed there, and he got strike 2. So he is ahead in the count 0-2. So he's going to look in for a signal from Wyatt, and he throws a curveball that just seemed to miss a little bit.
He almost got rung up on that one. That was close. I think the ump thought about it and just.
I don't think he's thrown that one yet, so maybe that surprised him a little bit that was in his arsenal. Yeah.
Still way ahead on the batter, 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Oh,
good block.
Swinging third strike, but did we get him?
No.
Nope.
They called him safe.
The one thing I'll say, this press box doesn't give us the full range of motion here.
I just looked at the umpire myself. I didn't actually see the play itself.
Josh, what's up? You got a minute? Yeah, I'm coming. Okay.
It was a strike 3 pitch. It was in the dirt a little bit, so it had some curve, had some movement on the ball. Wyatt was able to block it partially, but it did get away from him. So Thompson gets an opportunity to pitch with a man on base, gives him a chance to maybe show a move over to first base and throw from the stretch.
Just sent you a link if you want to try to listen. We're streaming this live.
Oh, that's cool.
On Twitch. We just need your help to give us nicknames.
Thompson with pitch number 2 to this man. And, oh, boy. We had a misplay there at third base. Had a high fly ball to the third baseman. And kind of lost it up there. So we have a man on first and second
And
with no outs.
for those like Emily at home that are keeping score, that would be an E5. Yeah, because it didn't touch his glove.
Yeah. You can make an argument for it.
You could. It was definitely a routine fly ball, but he got a little crossed up in the lights or whatnot. But we do have forces in play. Runners at first and second, no outs. It'd be a great time for a double play ball. A little bit outside. Just need to get back to throwing strikes and let our defense shore it up.
So the count is 2-0 right now to the next batter, who's up to bat. Don't have a number for him right now. And ball 3. So Thompson having a little bit of trouble with this batter. After the first 2 runners getting on base.
Matthew got an at bat. I think he walked.
And ball 4. So that loads up the bases.
They'll play tomorrow night, right? St. John's?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to try to be there for the first hour or so.
Sounds good.
And so bases are loaded.
Thanks for being our guinea pig. See if you can hear it all right.
Man on first, second, and third with batter coming to the plate. Thompson looks in, delivers, and he delivers strike 1.
He was well behind that pitch. He was swinging when it was in the mitt, so that's good. Needed a good strike down the middle there. So, we got to play at home. We got to play at home, and just got in there. Thought we might have had a chance there. So that was a pass ball. Our runners on. We had bases loaded there, so now every runner advanced. We got runners on to second and third. Still no outs, and we got a 3-1 ball game now. Mustangs just scored their first run on that one. Nice. All right, another nice fastball blowing by him there. Should be, I believe, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right down the middle.
Strike 3, right down the middle. For out number 1.
Sorry, that pitch was as perfect as the others, but the batter, it didn't swing. Was trying to argue that ball was a little high, and I think he just kind of needed to go back to the dugout there. So we needed that out. We got 1 out, runners at second and third, and we got a fly ball to second base, and that should be the second out. Good.
So Caleb Gilson goes underneath that. He makes a nice catch for out number 2. So that's a nice, efficient out. 1 pitch, 1 out. So it looks like Thompson's trying to bear down here a little bit and just throw strikes, just bringing it. Bringing it.
Defense, really. Trust your defense.
So 2 outs, man on second and third. First ball delivered. Strike 1 on the outside corner. And Thompson looks in, gets the signal from Wilson. And the delivery. And some ball kind of got away from Wyatt there, but he was able to retrieve it. And it was ball slightly inside. And now it's 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. And
Just pulling a little bit. Pulling.
and the count now is 2 balls. Sorry.
Got a lot of action
2
going.
balls,
There's
1 strike.
Got some of the parents of the other team, the batter, giving them some coaching through the stands. So, but all right, we're up to now 3-1.
3-1.
3-1. So, time for a strike right here. 3-1, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Just need an out. Oh, just missed that one for ball 4. So, another base runner. We got bases loaded. Kind of a time to maybe reset our shortstop. Drew's walking in to give Seth a little encouragement and just remind him they're back behind him. So here we go. Bases loaded. He's pitching from the windup. First pitch is a ball outside. All right, there's a strike. Pumped it right down the middle.
So the count is 1-1. This batter, right-handed batter with bases loaded, and Thompson is ready to deliver pitch number 3 to this batter. It is a strike. He does swing. So it is 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count right now. So runners will be going since
Big
there's
pitch.
2 outs. And
Oh.
strike 3.
There
He
we go.
got him to
Blew it
swing
by
at
him.
that, and it looked like a pretty good pitch as it was anyway. So that's the 3rd out. We let's see. They did leave 3 men on base. They did get a run. I don't believe there was any hits in that inning, but they're able to get a run on that to make at the end of at the top. Let's see, the bottom of the 4th.
Middle of the 4th.
There we go. The score is Thunder 3 and Mustangs 1.
was on purple.
Oh, wow.
So, but I got a lot of playing time.
Okay, we're kicking off the bottom of the fourth. The first pitch is a ball to Wyatt Wilson. Leading off is Wyatt Wilson, followed on deck by
So Jake.
Jake Colburn, I believe.
Ball 2 to Wyatt Wilson. Wyatt was behind the plate for us tonight. He's calling the game, we would say.
Got a
And he-
foul ball right back over our heads.
Mm-hmm. What makes the count 2-1? Wilson steps back in, gets a signal from his coach, looks at our pitcher. The pitcher gets his sign and delivers, and it's a bit high. for
A
ball
bit as
3.
in it sailed 2 feet over his head high. For
Pitcher
those
made
scoring
a
at home.
nice attempt to try to catch it, but still got behind the catcher as well and went to the screen. Which is at 3-1, and it's
This is a hitter's count. Let's see what he can do with it. Nope, not close. Took a high ball 4.
So Wyatt Wilson down to first base. He hustles down there and looks to get a little bit of a lead off down there and looks to the coach for a signal.
Look, I'm swimming in cords here. We might have a handful of other folks that might be listening to us as we go along here in the game. This is our first ever pilot, I guess you'd call it, for Doug Thompson and I. I'm Brian Moore. We're here, a couple dads of the Thunder Varsity, just enjoying being out on a great night and watching the Thunder get their season moving along. This is their, I believe, 3rd game of their season. They are, I guess they are 1 win, no losses, and 1 tie. If I'm, because last night they ended up going extra innings and tied, right?
I'm just familiar with last night. That was a 1-1 extra inning game, so that was a great way to get.
It was a really well played game, well pitched, and it was kind of a game that both teams played pretty high level. So
It was a cold evening last night too, so that might have had something to do with the lack of run production. But I think you're right, Mr. Bryan. I think it was the pitching was just ahead of the hitters a little bit last night. And
but when the hitters got a few hits, they got some good barrel on it. There were some hard hit balls, but also some nice defensive plays.
It truly was, yeah.
Seth Tincopa had the play of the game, laying out diving catch to save some runs in left field. So we've got.
I haven't been keeping going here.
Yeah, we've got a runner on first, and no outs.
3 balls.
And Jake Coburn is up with, I think
Could be 3 balls or 1 strike, or 2 balls and 1 strike.
So we'll figure it out soon here. Okay, that was a 2-1 pitch because now we've got 3-1. Okay, so some signs coming in. This is a chance to see a pitch to hit. We'll see what's working here. If there's going to be a runner in motion or what we got. Here comes the pitch. And took an aggressive cut, and he just came up with nothing on that one. Just good cut, though. So full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Full count pitch to Jake Coburn. Here it comes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we're running on this pitch since it's a 3-2 pitch. Nope, not going.
But we were not, and he took a ball 4 high. So, like the patience of the guys, anytime you can make the pitcher throw more pitches, that's to your advantage. All right, so in the box we've got Seth Tincopa. Runners on first and second, and see if he can get some good contact in play here. First pitch is a ball.
Catcher makes a good stop there to make sure it was in the dirt a little bit there, but there was no advancement on that. So we got 1 ball and no strikes for Seth Tincopa.
Swing and miss on that second pitch. It evens it up at 1-1. Ball was a little outside and pulled off at a hair. Took a pitch for a strike. Just being a little selective, which is all right. He's got the pressure on the pitcher right now with the runners on first and second, no outs. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Takes that one high for 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is the 3rd or 4th maybe pitcher for the Mustangs tonight.
3rd pitcher, I think. Yep.
Okay. Right-handed pitcher. Comes from the stretch here and delivers.
That's hit hard, right back at the box.
Oh, right up the middle, and we have everybody's safe. So that ball was hit really hard. It I'm going to say glanced off the pitcher a bit, and then the second baseman tried to backhand it and he got it stopped, but couldn't make an out anywhere. So everybody advanced a base. Base is loaded with no outs, and we have come back to the top of the order. So if my memory serves, we have Seth Thompson stepping up, and he has been hit by pitch both 2 at bats so far.
Both 2 at bats. Yeah,
So-
but you're right, Mr. Bryan. The umpire came over to the pitcher to see if he was okay. It seemed like it glanced off him, so he looks like he's in a good place, and
Good to
he's
go.
looking into the catcher for a sign. So bases loaded. Thompson to the plate.
Thompson's looking to do some damage here. I think he'd rather get a hit than be hit again here. Let's see what he can do. The first pitch was outside, so it's 1 ball and no strikes. Pretty aggressive leads on the bases. Oh, that ball was very high and was caught. Nice play by the catcher to keep it not from going behind him.
Mm-hmm.
2 balls and no strikes.
It's interesting as he steps in. He's a little further away from the plate than he normally is. Maybe getting beaned twice in a game will put you back there a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, he got jammed. This is a pop-up, but it might be trouble.
It's dropping.
All right, it's going to drop into shallow right field, and we have 2 runs in on that play.
1 run, I
Excuse me,
think.
1 run. My bad,
I
my
think
bad.
they had to hold up to see if it was going to get caught.
Yeah, I looked and mistook one of the on-deck batters as a runner. So, but that was a nice. He just fought it off and found a way to drop it in. So we continue to have bases loaded, no outs. Up now is William Ennis.
William is due. I think this is the time for him. I think he's really good.
I agree.
See a pitch he likes here and hit it square. We'll see where he's at here. He
Okay,
does hit
up
one
the middle, but a
Hard hit ball.
double play. Nice play by the shortstop, unassisted. So
Did get
what
a
we
run
got a
out of
run
it.
in. RBIs are always good. He hit that one well though. That was put a good bat on it, but shortstop fielded it, stepped on second, threw across.
Mm-hmm.
So now what we've got is 2 outs, 1 runner on. Tincopa has advanced to third base, so we've got a run, another run 90 feet away if we can get him in, and Lucas Lavender's up to bat. First pitch is coming, and it hit him on the back. Another hit by pitch, and he takes his base.
So that puts a man on first, a man on third. We'll see if Thunder has a play on here. But we do have our number 4 batter up to the plate, so that may change a little bit of the play that you might want to put on. But the catcher is expecting some kind of play, so he lets his defense know.
We got Jackson Cavazos up. He was our original starting pitcher, and first pitch he takes right down the middle, and he took it for a strike, but what happened is it was a double steal. So runner on first went to second, and as soon as the catcher came up throwing, our runner on third came and scored. So nice base running, heads up, and we got another run there. So was that run number 6 or 7?
6 I have.
We got 6 runs to their 1 run, 6-1, and Cavazos still gets another crack at it here. A 1-0 pitch coming up, and he drives it just through the hole on the right side for another RBI, another run, 7-1. Last night he did something similar where he just had a real simple swing and drove it the other way. He kind of did that one there.
Mm-hmm. Let the ball get kind of deep on him and just made contact. And had some good pace on it, getting out there between first base and second base all the way out to right field. So Jackson is getting his lead over at first base. We have Drew Moore who steps to the plate. Again, he's fashionable with those gloves on tonight. And he takes a
fouled it off.
Cut. It fouls off behind first base and right field. So he's aggressive. He's going to be aggressive at the plate right now. And he's 0-1, but he's looking to swing. He's looking to hit up there. There's a nice pitch for him to swing at, and that is going to be looks like it's foul. I hear that from the umpire as well.
Yeah, you can't obviously see it because you're just hearing us, but we've got a little challenge to see anything down the first base line from the first base on down. So both Doug and I are leaning our heads out the press box trying to see what. So that one just got foul. So 0-2 for Drew Moore. He's got another pitch coming. Let's see what he can do with it. And he drills that line drive in the gap to left center. He is going for 2. And the runner from first is rounding third, and he is coming home easily. And Drew advanced to third. And now Drew's coming for home. He's coming, and he's going to be in there with a inside the park homer with the help of an error too. But awesome. Great way to get that run in.
A legitimate double or triple, yes, and been able to round the bases. That's exciting when you're able to do that. So good for Drew, good for the team. That puts the score at 9-1.
We've kind of broken this one open now,
as we have 2 outs in the 4th inning. So let's see. It looks like Caleb is coming to the plate at this time. And he hits it grounder down to first base. First baseman does stay down on it, steps on the bag for out number 3. But the Thunder put an inning together here. It was 3-1, I believe, when we stepped into this inning, and now it's 9-1. So Thunder comes up with 6 runs on multiple hits, and they do not leave any men on base, so they were very efficient that inning.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back here for the start of the 5th inning. All right, we are back for where are we at, Doug?
Fifth inning.
Top of the fifth.
Wyatt Wilson throws a nice throw down to second base here as we complete our warm-ups. And we have some different positions out there. Drew Moore is going to step to the mound to begin inning 5, number 26. Number 26 on the mound, and of course, let's get some other numbers here. I believe Jackson Cavasso's over at first base. He's coming in from right field, and from left field at shortstop is Seth Thompson. Looks like maybe any other changes that you can see out there. Let's see out in right field.
While he's looking, first pitch was that a strike? First pitch was a bit high for a ball, 1-0.
James out there looks like in right field.
All right, second pitch is a grounder to third, charges in and makes the play. Nice play by Lavender to mow him down. So we got one out here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, he did a nice job of charging the ball that time. Didn't let the ball play him. He came in strong, and of course he does have a nice arm over there. So once he gets it in his glove and able to take it out, it gets over to Jackson over at first base pretty quickly for out number 1.
So I'll just cut in here real quick after this pitch, which is a swing and miss strike. I know we've got several folks that kind of got the word out that we're guinea pigging this first live stream. There's several other people listening, getting some texts. Appreciate you listening to us tonight. This is the West Houston Thunder varsity baseball team. This is their third game of the season, and we're at our home field here at Memorial Ashford, here down in West Houston. So we're winning 9-1, top of the fifth, against the Mustangs from the Tomball area. And we've got a 1-2 count. Drew Moore is getting ready to pump the next pitch in and misses outside just slightly. Threw a changeup. I think that's Drew's favorite pitch, one he feels the most comfortable throwing. 2-2 pitch coming in, and swing and miss for strike 3. Nice pitch, and send him down. That's the second out really quickly. We've got 2 outs going here, and we've got another batter up. Tonight we don't have names for the visiting team, so we haven't been able to recognize them very well, but as the season goes along, we'll be playing this team several times, so we'll get it down.
Drew's doing a nice job of hitting that outside corner, and that first pitch is a strike. So nice job, Drew, getting ahead.
Second pitch coming in, just misses outside. Tried to get him to chase that fastball. Ball and a strike. And we got a foul ball off to the right side. That gets Drew ahead on the count there, 1-2. 2 outs. And nobody on here. One more out to end this half of the inning. Here comes the pitch. And a curveball is hit right at the shortstop. Nice little play and a nice out at first. That ball had some English on it. Seth Thompson stayed with it, scooped it up, short hopped it, and threw it across. That'll end the inning. That was one of the quickest half innings we've had right there.
Drew looked good on the mound. He got ahead on people, threw strikes, and we have 3 up, 3 down. No hits, no runs, no errors. So as we go into the middle of 5, Mustangs stay at that 1 run, and Thunder is at 9. We'll take a short little break, and we'll come back to you in a bit. Hey, we're back to the ball field here at the mall. And we're at the bottom of the fifth inning. Thunder is up 9-1. Like Wyatt Wilson stepping to the plate, and he's going to get a first delivery by a new pitcher who's just stepped to the mound. This pitcher's number 27. He's a right-hander. And, again, like I say, it's his first pitch there of his entry into the game. Now, pitch number 2, he throws a strike. Wyatt takes a cut at that, and he gets the ball out to right field, and it drops for a single, and he's on first base. Wyatt Wilson takes the lead over there at first. The pitcher has the ball, and it looks like Jake is at the plate. He had a fantastic hit last night, just a shot to right field or left field that one hopped the fence. They played Fort Bend Christian School last night, so he's in the lineup today, number 63. Okay, Jake gets the sign from his coach, steps in the plate, and pitcher delivers ball 2. So, again, Wyatt Wilson at first base. He's taking a lead. The pitcher looks slightly over his corner. Wyatt gets a good jump. He takes off. Jake takes the strike, allowing Wyatt to steal second base. He's down there with a stolen base. Again, man on second. Jake Colburn up to plate. He takes ball 3. And the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. And super night tonight for some ball. And pitcher throws the next pitch. It is ball 4. So Jake Colburn is over at first base with a base on balls. That brings up Seth Tincopa to the plate. A right-handed hitter. And he has men on first and second for him. Opportunities for RBIs here. Okay, Seth steps back into the batter's box. There he goes. He takes a good shot. He takes a shot up the middle, landing just in front of the center fielder. Center fielder gets it into the shortstop. Shortstop cuts it off, and Wyatt Wilson races around for score number 10. So RBI for Seth Tincopa as he hits a line drive to center field and advancing the runners. So Colburn, Jacob is on second base. He held up there. There was a play, and Seth Tincopa is over at first base there. Seth Thompson comes to the plate. This is his 4th at-bat of the day. He's the leadoff hitter for this evening's roster. He takes a strike for his first pitch. And ball 2. So that evens up the count at 1-1. Seth gets the signal from his coach. He steps in, digs in. Pitcher looks in for a sign from the catcher. And he gets the set, delivers, and Seth takes a cut at that one. And he did follow it back. So it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he steps back in to the batter's box. He digs his cleats in and takes a look at the pitcher. Pitcher steps off as Jacob Colburn seems to be grabbing his attention there at second base. Shortstop and Colburn are kind of playing. Here's the pitch, and that is ball 2, so that evens up the count to Seth Thompson at 2-2. Again, man on first and second. Pitcher is a little concerned over at Jake at second base. Looks a couple of times. And Thompson takes a look at the ball, or strike 3. So he struck out, and believe that's 1 out. So we have on the scoreboard anyway. So 1 out. The score is 10-1. We got William Ennis up to the plate right now. And he's looking to hit one. Last time he hit it hard up the middle. And this one he hits it hard between third base and shortstop. And it's through there for a single. He does score a run. 11-1. 11-1. He moved a couple of runners, and that gets the Thunder to 11, which makes it 11-1. And in the 5th inning, there is a mercy rule, a 10-run rule. So the Thunder do go away with this victory right now. Both teams are jogging across, ready to congratulate each other for the game. The referees or umpires the same. And we're going to have to call it an evening. Wish we had numbers for you. I can tell you that it's a 11-1 win for the Thunder. And it was in the 5th inning. So last night we went extra innings. This night a little bit shortened, inning-wise anyway. But time-wise, we were probably here close to probably an hour and 45 minutes. So anyway, we thank you for joining us this evening. And Thunder will kind of circle up over there and share their thanks to the Lord, and also thanks to the opportunity to play. And we thank you for joining us this evening on our inaugural night. And we'll work on being better even next time. So thank you again. We look forward to the next Thunder game. So signing off for Mr. Brian, Mr. TK, and myself, Mr. Doug, I thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to the next time. Good night.